The city of Birmingham about to take center stage.
Having people come to Birmingham and see who we are today is an amazing thing.
Highlighting the magic in Magic City.
Show that hospitality, that southern hospitality that we are known for.
Years of planning.
It will be a really nice east-west spine through the city for our transportation system.
And development.
Of all the venues we have here, Sloss is a major challenge.
And turning that into a World Games venue is part of the fun.
Partnerships and sponsorships.
We couldn't do it without the support of the corporate community.
And business boosting programs.
That's what the World of Opportunity was, is a way to be intentionally inclusive of those small, diverse, and local businesses.
This is a great opportunity for us and for Birmingham.
It's all finally taking shape. WVTM 13 Chronicle presents Birmingham Welcomes the World.
Welcome to Birmingham.
Welcome everyone, I'm Lisa Crane for WVTM 13 Chronicle. In less than a year, the Magic City will transform into an international stage. Almost 4,000 athletes will travel from their home countries to compete here. Another 500,000 fans and visitors will hit the streets of Birmingham for 10 days, taking in what the city has to offer. Nick Sellers, CEO of the World Games 2022, says the event gives the city a chance to shine in a new light.
The image enhancement that this brings our community as we work to recruit new industry to our area, for them to see this new medical capital of the South, this new Birmingham with a lot of innovation going on.
Those fans and athletes will congregate at several different venues spread out across the metropolitan area. As Rick Carley shows us, the work there is just beginning.
3,600 athletes taking part in 34 sports. The big question, where? When it comes to finding venues to house these competitions, many are no-brainers, but others, a little bit more challenging.
It's an interesting balance between a relatively easy fit and a relatively complex fit.
Steve Mistro and his staff have their work cut out. Venues such as Legion Field hosting flag football, the Hoover Met hosting softball, the BJCC hosting 7 sports, dancing, bowling, powerlifting included, the Crossplex hosting 7 sports including speed skating, wheelchair rugby, and life-saving. Not a problem. The creativity comes in when these talented folks turn, for example, Barber Motorsports Park into a venue for canopy piloting and drone racing, or perhaps Railroad Park into a venue for the duathlon. Then there's this place. How in the world are they going to turn Sloss Furnaces into a quality venue for beach handball, breaking, and sport climbing? That's going to be tough.
You want to incorporate places like Sloss. It's part of the fabric of Birmingham. It's not a sport competition venue.
So then, executive producer for broadcasting Hammond Reynolds will have his hands full.
Power and lighting and internet and fiber feeds and all the things that people are used to going to sporting events. And Sloss is a build almost from the ground up.
So hard work and creativity will result in even the unlikeliest of venues having a chance to shine, all centered around the brand new Protective Stadium.
It is the crown jewel of the World Games venues, and that's why it's going to play host to opening and closing ceremonies.
A lot of things have lined up, I think, just to make it the best opportunity to present the city of Birmingham on the world stage.
Rick Carley, WVTM 13 Chronicle.
The hospitality industry is expected to see a big boost in business. After a year and a half of turmoil, thanks to the pandemic, Birmingham's culinary scene will be on full display. Sherry Falk introduces us to a woman working to ensure it'll be an experience that brings visitors back.
The summer of 2022 is Central Alabama's time to shine. The hospitality industry, hit hard by the pandemic, is about to get a unique opportunity, giving thousands of new palates a taste of what the Magic City has to offer.
It's such a unique event because it spans over 10 days. So from opening ceremonies to closing ceremonies and everything in between. Thousands and thousands of mouths to feed.
Local Link owner Tina Liolio is excited to help local restaurants, bars, caterers, and food trucks showcase their specialties.
We're very fortunate. One thing that we do well in Birmingham is hospitality and food. And so it's really just mining that talent.
Local Link will coordinate all of the catering for VIPs and concessions for the general public at each venue.
Anything from private dining vendors, restaurants, to hold special events at. We'll also need restaurants that specialize in, making box meals for our volunteer needs.
They're looking to hire more than 50 food trucks and dozens of catering companies.
Venues such as Avondale Park, John Carroll High School, Oak Mountain, they don't have concessionaires for these sporting events, and so what we'd like to do is utilize the talent that we have in Birmingham to expand that economic impact.
Leolio is putting together a food truck summit that will be held in November to recruit business owners who want to participate. Sherry Falk, WVTM 13 Chronicle.
All those out-of-town visitors will need a place to stay, so hotels will see a big boost in business as well. World Games organizers have hired a company to make sure Birmingham area hotels are prepared for an overwhelming number of guests. Officials tell us nearly 32,000 rooms are already booked.
Developing packages, whether it be the sports fanatic package, to having golf included while you're here, to having a fine dining dinner while you're here, is certainly something we want to work towards as we move forward.
The World Game leaders want to make sure everyone in Birmingham has the same opportunity to shine, and that's why they've developed programs to showcase local minority-owned businesses. Guy Rawlings introduces us to the world of opportunity.
Nathan Reed is Vice President of Project Management for Division 12 Consulting, and they've taken on a massive project to manage.
It's an amazing opportunity to have local involvement with the World Games.
They're responsible for furnishing 14 different competition sites over 7 venues.
Over 1,600 chairs, 400 tables, 1,000 pieces of linen, and 200 to 300 pieces of furniture that we're supplying for the World Games.
That's a tough nut to crack for a small, local, minority-owned business like his. But that's exactly what World Games event planners were looking for.
Early on, when we were awarded the Games, there was really some very forward thinking about a big event coming to the city.
Kathy Boswell oversees WOO, or World of Opportunity.
It was a strategic plan that intentionally held the World Games Foundation accountable to be inclusive of minority, diverse, women-owned, small and local businesses.
Their goal is to spend 35% of their available budget with these particular vendors. And once a company is in this system, the World of Opportunity database is shared with the city of Birmingham for their future business needs.
If nothing else, Guy, what comes from this is people see that thinking another way doesn't mean you lose. It means that more people can win.
Guy Rawlings, WVTM 13 Chronicle.
If you want to be a part of the action, tickets are on sale now for the World Games 2022. You can purchase corporate packages or specific event tickets. Securing a children's ticket is a little bit different. You'll have to first buy an adult pass, then email the address on your screen to add a child's ticket to your Ticketmaster account. Keep in mind, children 2 and younger are admitted free at all venues. The World Games coming to Birmingham July 7th through 17th, 2022. It takes a village.
It really is truly a group effort of many local nonprofits who are lending their resources and expertise.
The city's going to be bustling in less than a year.
At the last minute, it'll all come together.
But it's already hustling to get finishing touches wrapped up.
We're going to have multiple stages for music and entertainment performers. We'll have food truck pavilions.
Birmingham's preparing to host the world. Will you be a part of the welcome committee? Welcome back. I'm WVTM 13 Chronicle host Lisa Crane. Tens of thousands of athletes and fans will flock to Birmingham next summer, but how prepared are we to move everyone around when they get here? John Packey looks at the city's transit tools to host this global event.
Thousands of athletes and fans from around the world will converge on Birmingham next summer, so finding a way to efficiently move everyone between 14 World Games venues is key.
We don't necessarily want to see everybody drive and park at every venue, so public transportation will have to be a part of that transportation system.
One key component of that system will be the new Birmingham Express bus service. Expected to be complete by the World Games, it connects 5 points west with Woodlawn, making stops within walking distance of 5 venues along the way.
It will be a really nice east-west spine through the city for our transportation system.
Visitors should also expect a smoother ride once they arrive, In June, the city approved $10 million more to pave hundreds of streets over the next 2 years. Another piece of infrastructure in the works is the future City Walk, only a block away from the new Protective Stadium. The 31-acre public space under these downtown bridges will stretch 10 city blocks and offer playgrounds, a skate park, and a dog park right here, just in time for the games. World Game organizers call it a game changer for the 11-day international event.
City Walk allows us the opportunity to really expand and grow. We're going to have multiple stages for music and entertainment performers. We'll have food truck pavilions.
The city says they will nail down their final World Games transit plan by this fall. John Papke, WVTM 13 Chronicle.
Of course, you can't forget the World Games swag. Merchandising is another opportunity to market Birmingham to the world, and who better to create that merchandise than locally owned businesses? It may not look like it now, but activity here at Yellowhammer Creative is about to pick up significantly. Owners of the local design and print shop are working with World Games officials to create Birmingham-specific merchandise. Soon, their Magic City-centric art that's already quite popular here in Alabama will be available to folks all over the world.
We can get Birmingham out to the world via creative content produced by the folks here in Birmingham.
It's a little nerve-wracking, but also it's going real quick, so there's really no time to kind of sit and think about it, but we're just really happy for the opportunity.
They're focusing on the venues and working now to quickly come up with designs that showcase the iconic Birmingham locations.
It'll be a lot of work and a lot of throwing things at the wall, and then typically things happen pretty quick. We'll have a couple of designs, and then those won't work, and then at the last minute it'll all come together. That's how it usually works.
They plan on using their signature Southern modern meets vintage style to introduce the world to the real Magic City.
I think just shedding a new light on Birmingham is going to be a great thing. So just showing everything that Birmingham has to offer and kind of changing people's minds and perspective about the city.
Which may open up future opportunities for the city and state.
It's a world-class event that is capable of producing world-class products, world-class service, and provide the means for another world event to come to Birmingham.
It takes a lot of hard work to welcome the world into our city.
That all of these groups are coming together to provide an integrative experience for everyone.
Partners and sponsorships doubling down to make sure Birmingham shines.
With all the struggles Birmingham has had in our past, we're finally coming of age.
Making sure people of all backgrounds have a special experience.
We are a better Birmingham, that we are a diverse Birmingham, that we value everyone.
There are many partnerships and sponsorships involved in making the World Games 2022 happen. UAB is just one entity playing a key role. Ian Wright shows us the months of preparation already in the books and what's left to do.
It'll be anything but a quiet summer break on UAB's campus next July.
It's a vibrant urban campus that I think is going to surprise many of our guests that come from nations all over the world.
Dr. Brian Burnett is the Senior Vice President for Finance and Administration at UAB. He also serves on the World Games Committee. The university will welcome athletes to many of its facilities, hosting lacrosse on the soccer field, racquetball and squash in the recreation center, and tug of war on the track and field. Its residence halls will become an athletes' village, the home away from home for more than 3,100 athletes. And the university will also translate for guests and athletes throughout the competition, preparing for between 30 and 35 different languages.
A whole team devoted to it, and it's going to be both technology and in person, and we're just in the infancy of seeing what that looks like.
And there's one more massive undertaking. The same doctors and nurses here in Birmingham that have been on the front lines of the COVID pandemic will serve as healthcare providers for the guests and athletes during the games.
I would think that this would be something more on the positive side, where we're not reacting to a pandemic. We're actually proactively wanting to create safe spectator venues, safe games.
Dr. Burnett tells me he and the team at UAB look forward to contributing what they can to make these games a success. Ian Wright, WVTM 13 Chronicle.
It takes a lot of money and manpower to pull off a 10-day international sports competition. It wouldn't be possible without corporate support. Carla Wade shows us the role some of Alabama's largest employers are playing in the games.
Welcoming the world is no small feat.
You know, we couldn't do it without the support of the corporate community.
A community of more than 40 companies and over $30 million is fully invested in putting on a world-class sporting event.
And one of the things that I think we can offer in this moment, hopefully coming out of the backside of this pandemic, is this notion of connectivity and unity and what international sports have always done. They've unified the globe, and we're creating some really special storylines that companies want to be a part of.
Alabama Power is one of those companies.
In the past, nationally, most folks probably thought of Birmingham just in black and white. And I'm not talking about ethnicity black and white, but in television. They have images of the 1960s, and those are narratives that we're trying to change.
Now, less than a year away, the games are expected to generate an estimated $256 million. That could yield economic dividends for years to come. Drummond Company, a family-owned Alabama company, is helping administer the Lakeshore Foundation Disability Inclusion Initiative.
Many of our employees, along with the thousands of other World Games volunteers, are going to receive disability awareness training, which will not only prepare them for the World Games, but also empowers them to be advocates, every day in their daily lives.
Carla Wade, WVTM 13 Chronicle.
The World Games is also making a conscious effort to be inclusive and accessible to athletes and fans with disabilities. In June, the organizing committee named former Army Sergeant and Birmingham native Noah Galloway as an honorary co-chair and spokesperson of the Games Disability Inclusion and Access Initiative. For the first time in the World Games history, there's an adaptive sport in the Games. That's one of the reasons Allison Berman decided to get involved.
That is huge. There's such a large disability community, and to include them in these World Games, that's amazing, and I'm so proud that Birmingham is the community that's doing it.
Noah Galloway will also participate in the World Games opening and closing ceremonies. You can get involved too.
These are volunteers that are already actively working. We've been engaging volunteers for probably about the last 2 years.
Volunteering is one of many ways to show your love for the Magic City.
You want the city to be the best that it can be. So you jump in and you volunteer to do what you need to do to make it the best.
And get in on the excitement for the World Games 2022. If you want to do more than just watch the games, you can actually participate, not as an athlete, but as a volunteer. It's expected to be an amazing experience for all who give their time. Brittany Decker explains the World Games is looking for a diverse and passionate crowd to showcase our city.
You see all these people that are standing here? These are volunteers that are already actively working.
Some already working behind the scenes for a couple years. People with all different skill sets to create an experience.
Bring in people like April, who has an incredible background in not just technology, but how to deliver things to people, as well as Peter. So Peter has a great technology background.
Those in charge of community and volunteer engagement are intentional about diversity.
So what we want to be able to showcase when people come to our city for the World Games is that we are a better Birmingham, that we are a diverse Birmingham, that we value everyone.
I've lived in Birmingham over 30 years, and I love the city.
And volunteer Ellen Spencer wants to show it off to the world.
Making sure that we shine, making sure that we show that hospitality, that Southern hospitality that we are known for.
To be a volunteer, there's an interview and background check. There's also training for all volunteers on topics like history of the World Games and Birmingham, plus culture, inclusion, and diversity. Those coordinating volunteer efforts say they will make the experience special for all who jump on board.
Being able to serve where it is that you have a passion, but also find a purpose in, wherever you are, we're going to meet you there.
We welcome you to Birmingham.
Brittany Decker, WVTM 13 Chronicle.
You'll soon be able to apply to volunteer through an app. Then there's an interview process to connect you to the job that interests you most. The city of Birmingham is still working on the final touches to get ready for the World Games 2022. They're expected to make a big impact on our community as thousands of people are set to visit for the 10-day event. The Convention and Visitors Bureau estimates an economic impact of more than $250 million. So here's to hoping the World Games is a success. The World Games coming to Birmingham July 7th through 17th, 2022. Tickets are on sale now for events. We have all that information for you right now on the WVTM 13 app. I'm always looking for unique stories and amazing people here in Alabama. If you have a Chronicle idea, I'd love to hear from you. Email me or send me a message on social media. Until next time, I'm Lisa Crane for WVTM 13 Chronicle.